Bird of Prey 5. El Karuga. Kapla. Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, June 16th, 2023. It is National Fudge Day. Yes, National Fudge Day. I didn't know it was a thing, but it is. It is. Welcome. Jedi Bill, first in the chat today, says Kapla, Brother Warrior, Bird o' Prey 5. And hail Karoga. Absolutely. Hail Karoga. Not Ryan Johnson says hello and Kapla. Hail Karoga. Hello and Kapla. Not Ryan Johnson. And Richie Poole says 3 Vok, because he was the 3rd person here. And he says, I wonder if we will get to any Dear Bop today. Perhaps I shouldn't get my hopes up. Richie, and he puts in some alpacas. I think we'll get to Dear Bops. I plan to. I don't think we have all that much to go over, although I do want to, of course, we're going to talk about Strange New Worlds a bit. I do want to say a big thanks to everybody who has contributed to the fund, to Pop Culture Curator. He had his, I don't know if it was his first surgery, but a major surgery yesterday, and he is okay. And I see that he is online and responding to people, and that is wonderful. I was so happy to hear even earlier this morning that he'd come through, and he is doing good. And we'll do a check-in on his fundraiser, but basically there was a second round of fundraising, and it's still going on, and they are close to a goal that'll help him get out of California and to Arizona. But more than that, just so happy to hear that he has one surgery down. Unfortunately, still many surgeries left to go in all likelihood, but man, one brain surgery down, and he is still with us. He is still the same old pop culture curator, and I wish him the absolute best on his journey, both medically and hopefully physically, getting the F out of California to the great free state of Arizona. Jedi Bill, yes, you were first today. Jedi Bill, speaking of Arizona, Kapla. The last son of K, says Kapla Bird and the Opre family. I hope all is well with you, and of course, everyone here in chat. Hail mods and chat. Thank you, last son of K. And Jedi Bill, of course, not only Jedi Bill first here today, but Jedi Bill was the spearhead behind this fundraising, latest fundraising stream for Pop Culture Curator. And, he did a over 6-hour fundraising stream. Maybe it was quite a number of hours fundraising stream a couple of days ago. All sorts of people contributed to raising money on the stream. Gorilla's Random Thoughts was taking shots of all types of alcohol. They got other people to take shots. It was a wonderful thing to see the whole community come together to help out Pop Culture Curator. Richie Pools is Jedi Bill. You show up as first on my screen. He does. He was first. John Araki, hashtag stay sassy. And John Araki with a $1 super chat before the stream even began. It's a fake. And John Araki got, it's a fake. Well, thank you, though, John Araki. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, with the Karogan flag. Thank you, 47. Hello to you. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey 5. Your feeble weapons will be useless against us, indeed. Cleveland? You're invading Cleveland? Hakeem says, Kapla, everyone. Kapla Hakeem. Dan Ben says, Star Trek, the Infinite full reveal trailer didn't impress him. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, Dan. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards, another long-time viewer, and I'm happy you are with us too, Mike Richards. Kapla. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. It's late. It is much later for Yvette than it is for most of us. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Kapla, everyone. For the low price of $20, I will send you the timestamp of when we got a face reveal from Anti-Derivative Jill. Let me tell you guys, I spent that $20. It is worth it. It is everything you imagined and more. And he tells you the exact time. Otherwise, you have 6+ hours. 6+ hours. Don't get me wrong. 6+ hours of quality Jedi Bill streaming. But the Anti-Derivative Jill face reveal, and not only does she do a face reveal, she takes 2 shots of an alcoholic drink. I'm not gonna spoil it. If you want to see it, you're gonna have to pay up. But it is worth it. But there's maybe a minute or so of this face reveal, maybe 2 minutes tops out of 6+ hours. So good luck if you think you're going to cheat the system by just fast forwarding and stumbling across it by accident. It's not going to happen. If you want to see it, you're going to have to pay those $20. And I'm not going to tell you. I know what it is now, but I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to pay up if you want to see it. Gorilla, Anti-Derivative Jill, they've got a good thing going for how to raise money for Pop Culture Curator. Yeah. Star Trek Nitpickers says, hello, world. Hello, Star Trek Nitpickers, Kapla. And Star Trek Nitpickers is back. Now that there's Star Trek again, Nitpickers is back with his Star Trek nitpicking videos. Although it was a short so far for this last episode. Dan Ben says, Vertebrae, did you do the Dear Bops from last time yet? No, Dan Ben. Today will be the Dear Bops from Monday and today. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. Last Son of K says, the day celebrating Fudge Packers. No, it is not Fudge Packers. It is actual fudge. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Hail. Kapla, Pop Culture Curator. He says, hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. The Random Menace says, greetings from the future. Alpaca, greetings from the future, Random Menace. You are most welcome, Pop Culture Curator. And Pop Culture Curator says, I love you guys. Aw, we love you, Pop. Captain Fandom Nerd says, the Random Menace, greetings to the future dad and the baby bottle. Yes. The Random Menace is Captain Fandom Nerd. Hello back. Thinking from time to time how quiet it is now here and how loud it can get when remembering your nephews during your streams. That's coming to you, the Random Menace. That's going to be your future for the next 18 to 26 years. Dan Van says, honestly, I don't mind hearing some spoilers for Strange New Worlds, since I've never seen it, nor not getting Paramount Plus just for it. Okay, well, that's good to know. Andy Garcia, Kapla Andy Garcia, on all hailing frequencies. Hey, Bird, thank you, Andy. Kapla for being here. Pop Culture Curator says Jill is very sweet. She absolutely is. Last Son of K says actually 7 hours, 20 minutes and change. But who's counting? Oh, 7 hours. Jedi Bill streamed for 7 hours and 20 minutes. And there is maybe 2 minutes in there of Anti-Derivative Jill's face reveal. Dan Van says there are some YouTubers who don't show their face, but I have seen them accidentally show it. Well, this wasn't an accident. This was on purpose. Star Trek Nitpicker says, I got a longer review out at 6. Kapla on yours, Bert. Thank you, Star Trek Nitpickers. So at 6 p.m., 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours from now, Star Trek Nitpickers full review comes out. Arabic Saunders says, Kapla, Bird, Kapla, Arabic. Last Son of K says, my opinion on spoilers. You can't spoil something that's already rotten. Yep. That is absolutely true. Jedi Bill says, hello to Pop Culture Curator, my brother warrior. Dan Ben says, sometimes when you do Dear Bops on a different day from when they were posted, you don't remember what they were about or connected to. Well, that is true, Dan Ben. That's absolutely true. But that is true because I did check last week. There were no Dear Bops like 15 minutes prior to me starting Monday's Bed Life. So any of the Dear Bops that came in that we'll have today came in during Monday's bed life or after bed life. There are no dear bops held over from the weekend or the week before. Okay. So they shouldn't be that old. Jedi Bill says Kaplata Arabic Sonder. Andy Garcia puts in some emojis. Dan Ben says, really a difference between fudge, caramel, and toffee. Well, apparently there is. Apparently, fudge was accidentally produced by somebody making caramel. I have no idea what toffee is. And LDG at hashtag free the net donated $2 and says, I want new track to go now. And I guess that's his impression of Spock saying he wants the Enterprise to go now. And he also got, it's a fake. It's a fake. Arabic Sanders says Kapla to Jedi Bill. Cinnabon Bunny is in the house. Kapla, hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Hope you're doing well. Just did a stream. He did one of his Friday card hunt streams. And Tiki of Doom says Kapla, Tiki of Doom. So let's get some Wordle out of the way. And for those who play Birdle, I did it on my other browser, but apologies, kind of, not really. The rules for the words on Birdle is that if I know it's a word, then it's a valid Birdle word. And today's word, however unusual it might be, I clearly knew it was a word. And so it was a valid Birdle word. I'm not going to give any spoilers for anybody who hasn't done it yet, but okay, maybe I'll give a little spoiler. There is one character that's, an unusual character. It's one of those characters that if you play in Scrabble, it's worth considerably more points than, A, S, or T. So now in my own Birdle guess, I just happened to play a word in the first word that had that particular character in it. Now, it wasn't in the right place, but it was the only character I matched in my very first word. So I thought, oh shit, well, that's obviously the hardest character to find. So the fact that I got that, I figured, I've got this in the bag. And I thought I'd have it in 2 or 3, 4 tops. But then I got to 5, and I was certain I had it on my 5th try. And I was like, no. Then I got very worried because I only had 1 try left. And I started worrying, what if this was the last word I could think of as a word that would have, that could be available. And I started thinking, what if there's another word that I just not thinking of, or something was wrong? And after it took me considerable time to put in the 6th guess, and luckily I was right. and I made it, but I was very worried that I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm only human. There's always the possibility I missed a word somewhere that I really didn't know, and I just skipped it. But no, I was right. I did know this word. It just it took me all six guesses to get it right. So anyway, let's do today's Wordle from the New York Times. And I see people have already put in 5-letter words. Tiki of Doom says kapla kapla Tiki. Arabic Saunders says I like Ortega's better. Vamos. Yes, Ortega's Vamos was at least something better than Spock's make this ship go or whatever. Richie Poole says it's a fake is an appropriate super chat. Said Strange New World is fake track. Absolutely, Richie. The Random Menace says Tiki, long time. You haven't seen Tiki. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I know Tiki has been around a little bit, but that's right. You probably haven't seen him. Last on a K says cramp. So I assume cramp is the 5-letter word to start with. Sorry, Richie. Last on a K got it in just a little sooner. Tiki says it's been a good while. Good to see you, Joseph. Arabic Saunders says never forget your towel, Richie Poole. And Arabic Saunders says Bird of Prey 5. You're not only human, you're a God Emperor. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. So cramp. And we've got a P in the right spot and an RA in the wrong. So let's see. And no C, no M. Let's see, what could end in, let's see, maybe it ends in RAP. Let's see, what words end in P? Right. B, a parrot. PA, oh, it ends in P. Ends in P. Ooh, that's a hard one. No M. No M. No C. No C. No M. No R in the second spot. So maybe it starts with R. No. R A R U. Let's see. Let's throw in some letters and try and get some other letters. LIONS. Let's see, do we get anything? We get an S. So we got an S. And let's try one more. Let's try one more. TUR. Good. What do we got? BURED. BURNE. Worm went. We need to use a U and an E. TR. No, what's the R in the wrong spot? Let's see. We WE. What can be a U and an R? Fury. FU. Fure. That's not a word. FURE. Furic. Furic. Furib. Furix. Durex. Durex. Is that a word? Is that a brand? That looks like the name of a brand of condom or something. Durex. Come on. See, this is because I'm under pressure, and I feel like this is a word I could easily figure out if I wasn't under the gun. BURE. Bird. Burret. Oh, okay. Well, Burret. That works. Okay, so the only vowel is an A. No I, O, U, or E. We know where the R is. We know where the T is. We've got all the letters, and we know where. Okay, so we have an R, A. Okay, there's one letter we don't know. Then we know where the R is. So A, R, S, and T. Right? Yeah. So it could start with an S, or the S is there. Harst, Ars, Par. Oh, it's not a T, it's a P. That's a P. So we know there's a T and a P. So, okay, T, A, R, S, P. No. Okay. So S, A, R, T, P. So, no. Okay. The P is definitely at the end. The P is definitely at the end. So what is before it? Okay, it's not T. It could be S. Just to be clear here. There's definitely an S. There's definitely an A. There's definitely an R. There's definitely a T. And there's definitely a P. And we know where the R is. So the only thing we have to do is where are the S, the A, and the T? So that isn't a word. SARTP isn't a word. So ASRPT, that's not a word. P-A-R-S-S-P. No, there's no, the P has to be at the beginning. So T-A-R-S-P. That's not a word. That's not a word. Sart. So A-T-R-S-P. That's clearly not a word. So S-A-R-P-T, that T-P, that's clearly not a word. What the hell am I missing here? Okay, could the A be between the R and the P? If the A is between the R and the P, then S-T-R, strap. Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's not even that hard. That wasn't even that hard a word. Why? Oh my God. Strap. I feel like an idiot. I feel like a total idiot. Oh my God, you guys are even throwing in the answer at the chat. Yeah. The Random Menace puts in his Bertle score. He had 2 letters on the first word, 1 letter on the second, none on the third, maybe. Then he got it on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth try. Very good, Random Menace. Pop Culture Curator says, hail to each and everyone in the chat. I appreciate your encouragement and support. Due to being under the influence of meds, it's difficult on the phone to thank everyone. Don't worry, you are doing wonderful, Pop Culture Curator. Mike Richards is saying maybe it was recap. Last Son of K was correct with strap. Tiki of Doom says cheers for Pop Culture Curator. Gorilla says Bertle in 1. This for the hint bird. Bertle in 1 is for the hint. I don't get it. Random Menace says this word's a little dirty. 1 if you have a dirty mind like me. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says it's right there in front of you. Strap. Jim's Landscape LLC, Kapla, Commodore Productions says hello everyone. And a Chevy truck video on Commodore Productions, Jim's Landscape LLC. Check it out. Richie Fool says, does Bird know English? Question mark. Arabic Sanders says Krogan English. It's harder than it looks. Okay, it's harder than it looks to do Wordle live. Wordle live is much harder than Wordle when you're doing it alone and nobody's watching over you. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. But it's another fake for some reason. And Miss Londell and I can confirm this. We are both intelligent people. We've both done quite a number of Wordles. And, we can do Wordle. But put us together on a stream and try to have us do Wordle against each other, and we just can't think. And we sit there for 10 minutes and barely get through 2. And then we just kind of give up because it's not fun anymore. So, it's much harder to do Wordle when everybody, is waiting on you. Everybody is laughing at you. And you think, oh my God, They're going to find out my secret. I'm illiterate. And you're like, wait, no, I'm not illiterate. I've written papers for English, for college level English classes. I'm clearly not illiterate. I just can't fucking think of the word strap. Okay, I'm sorry. You can give me all the letters, and my brain just doesn't want to put it together. I can't go end with a P and get the word strap. I can start with an S and a T and an R, and I'm sure I can find strap. But with an R, an A, and a P, I don't go the other way. My brain is just wired that way, for some reason. Resolute Germ says, no, Richie. Bird speaks New York, not English. And Gorilla is face palming. The last son of K says, sometimes I wonder, Richie Poole. Sometimes I wonder. Gorilla says, dear Bop, you owe me a bottle of Advil now. You know what, Gorilla? Usually I wouldn't even bother to mention this, but you misspelled Advil. So, like, okay, I don't complain to you your typos. I need Tylenol because of your typos. Last son of K says, I don't play Wordle, but I would have had this one into. Well, then you should play. Richie Poole is lolling. Tiki of Doom says, that A is between the R and the P. What are you spelling? What the A is between the R and the P. I wasn't spelling that. John Aragi says, Bird learned nothing during Lesbian Visibility Week. Oh my God. Last on the case says, I feel like a total idiot. Confirmed, Bird is an idiot. 6/16/23. I said I felt like an idiot. I didn't say I was an idiot. The random menace says, I play always 3 words to eliminate 15 letters. Point, swear, and bulky. For strap, I needed only 2. Stanley says, so Bird can't do it if someone is watching. That is what I said. It's to say like I can't pee. Tiki of Doom says, Bird, how do you say orange? I say orange. Orange. It's like the knock knock joke. Who's there? Orange. No. Banana. Son of a bitch. Knock knock. Who's there? Banana. 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 Knock knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? It's one of the 5 best knock knock jokes of all time. Stanley, not an idiot, just slow. It's from like The Simpsons, the episode where, again, the same episode we talked about last week, where Homer gets hired by Hank Scorpio. Yeah, Homer changed his name to Max Power, gets hired by Hank Scorpio, and Bart and everybody, they move towns. So Bart's in a new school, and they put Bart in the remedial class. And the kid goes to Bart, and he says, they think I'm slow, but I'm from Canada, eh? Or something like that. They think I'm slow, but I'm Canadian, eh? And then Bart's just like spooked out by the kid. He wasn't slow, he was just Canadian. Stanley says, but I heard he could. No, that is fake news. Do not go both ways. Well, maybe with not with words. Obviously, I don't go both ways with words or people. Yeah. Keep the lolling. Keep the laughs coming. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, I'll send you a bottle of Tylenol in the mail. Thank you. Last Son of K says, Bird, it's just sarcasm. I know I've had days I felt my brain didn't work. It's just fun watching you have moments like that. I know. I get it. Richie Poole says, that was one of the 5 most annoying knock-knock jokes you made. No, that's one of the best. Stan Lee says, oh yeah, they moved to like a secret layer. They moved to a secret layer. I don't know what we're talking about. So June 16th, holidays, National Fudge Day. Not a lot of holidays, I'll be honest. June 16th, very few holidays today, surprisingly low. And National Fudge Day, the top one. Ever hear anyone exclaim, oh, fudge, when they screwed something up? Like the Slinky, the Post-it note, potato chips, and penicillin, the dense candy-like treat known as fudge is believed to have been a mistake. According to legend, which means nobody, a confectioner flubbed while trying to make caramel, but ended up creating something just as tasty. I would debate that. I would say fudge is much tastier. We celebrate this happy accident on June 16th, which is National Fudge Day. Fudge also has historical ties to female scholars in the late 19th and early 20th century, when recipes for it spread like wildfire among the women's colleges, such as Vassar, Wellesley, and Smith. I know those are not the ways you pronounce them, but damn, I can't figure it out. Smith, I know, is pronounced Smith. One student made 30 pounds of the stuff for the Vassar Senior Auction in 1890. 30 pounds of fudge by quote unquote female scholars. Oh, fudge, 1886. Fudge originates from a messed up batch of caramels, hence the name. Really? Fudge is named because somebody fudged it up? 1886, the first known sale. Fudge is sold in Baltimore for 40 cents a pound. Fudge Island in 1889. The first fudge shop opens on Mackinac Island, Michigan. And 1906, a mouth-watering invention, ice cream parlor C.C. Brown's in Hollywood is credited with inventing the hot fudge sundae. Mama Frey would be happy. 1906. Mama Frey would go back in time to have the first hot fudge sundae.
What makes you think I wasn't there?
I think you were not yet born yet in 1906, Mama Frey. Maybe your mother was there.
No, she wasn't born.
She wasn't born yet either. Your grandmother
She couldn't.
could have been there. So National Fudge Day activities, plan a trip to Mackinac's Fudge Festival, dish out ice cream, give someone the gift of fudge. Why we love National Fudge Day. The varieties are mind-boggling. It's surprisingly easy to make. Perhaps because it's closer kin to candy than to other treats like cookies or cakes. Fudge has a reputation for being finicky and difficult to make. This may well stem from its late 19th century history, when it often would be made on a wood-fired stove and without the benefit of candy thermometers. Nowadays, we have precise temperature control, accurate measurement, and ingredients, corn syrup, marshmallow fluff, and condensed milk, that make whipping up a batch of fudge a veritable snack. We can celebrate it all year long. Unlike seasonal delicacies like crawfish, oh my God, why would you ever compare crawfish to fudge? Hatch chilies, corn on the cob, pumpkin spice lattes. Fudge is appropriate and appetizing the year round. Sure, there are seasonal flavors, but one appeal of this treat is that it's good in summer or winter as a gift, a party offering, or a potluck contribution. Just a bite-sized dessert that will truly satisfy with its richness. And did you know that fudge freezes fabulously? That means you can make a nice big batch of your favorite variety, package it up into portions, and tuck it away behind the TV dinners and frozen peas for those emergencies, like the average Tuesday when you need a little something sweet. So National Fudge Day, every June 16th. Also today, Arborist Appreciation Day, Blooms Day, whatever the hell that means, Fresh Veggies Day, yeah, International Day of Family Remittances. What? Observe the International Day of Family Remittances by recognizing the contribution of hardworking migrants. It's the International Day of the African Child. The day focuses on attention of the barriers African children face in order to receive quality education. International Waterfall Day. Drive down to your nearest waterfall and marvel at its scenic beauty on this International Waterfall Day. Or don't drive, maybe hike or I don't know, but it seems like driving to a waterfall, like not all waterfalls are next to roads and highways. What else we got? It's National Mohammed Day. Are you ready to celebrate this day? Call someone named Mohammed and start having fun together. I mean, that's up to you. You probably don't want to call a random person Mohammed, unless you know for sure Mohammed is their name. Because one's a hate crime. I'm pretty sure. National Take Back the Lunch Break Day. Want to know why you need to take a lunch break? Read on. No, I know why people take lunch breaks. I don't need you to tell me. World Sea Turtle Day. That's a nice day. And as a reminder, the easy way to tell if you're looking at a turtle or a tortoise, it's very simple. If it has feet, if it walks on land and it has little feet, that is a tortoise, not a turtle. If it has fins, that, it never comes out of the water, it has fins, not feet, that is a turtle. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those were tortoises. They have hands and feet. They were never turtles. Turtles wouldn't, turtles would have little flippers. They wouldn't have had feet. So that's how you tell. And finally, and with a very weird thumbnail, Youth Day, because those people are clearly not that young. And they're also clearly not, well, unlikely to be South African. Remember the heroes of the Soweto uprising. Maybe they were part of the Soweto uprising, although I have no idea what that was. And I would kind of think they're not. I highly doubt that they are part of the Soweto uprising as we mark Youth Day in South Africa. Last Son of K says, we love Kanakistan. I mean, Canada. John Aragi says, when did fudge become associated with that part of the alphabet people? I don't know at what date. I don't know the date. Dan Ben says, I never had a hot fudge sundae, but I've always wanted one. They're pretty good. Last Son of K says, that's why the L couple made it to the vacay spot and the G couple didn't. The G couple was fudge packing while the L couple was doing 69 the whole way. Oh my God. Resolute Sturm says they are overrated, Dan. Ben. Wow. Hot fudge sundae is overrated.
Oh, definitely.
Mamo Frey disagrees. Tiki of Doom says, is this code for something? Might be. Arabic Sander says, what'd you say? Now Mamo Frey wants a hot fudge sundae. Arabic Sander says, what were the brownies made before? What were the brownies made from before fudge? Good question. Cody Guy waves. Welcome, Cody Guy. Last Son of K says, anything involving fudge during Pride Month is code. Tiki of Doom says, these holidays are crazy. Lol. Oh, these are quite tame. We get much weirder holidays some days. Richie Poole says, bird must be psychic. He mentioned African children in his Strange New World video. Yes, that's why I highlighted the day today. I did bring up the African children in the Strange New World review. And, I started thinking it's been a really long time since we've seen that anymore. I'm guessing that I don't want to say we've fixed it, but that perhaps the average wealth of Africa has been increased enough that we don't see those scenes anymore. China invested billions and billions and billions of dollars in Africa, plus God knows how much we've put over there, and they themselves have turned formerly poor countries into making a lot of money from travel, tourism, places you wouldn't think would be high tourism spots, but you got all of a sudden you got big fancy hotels, and yeah, sure, the poor are still poor, and the rich are super rich. But, you hate it, but it does trickle down in some respect. And, I'm not saying it's better than it was, but you're not seeing little kids starving on TV commercials anymore, asking for, $5 a month to build a school. Sally Struthers isn't there saying we can feed an entire village for the cost of one latte. Tiki of Doom says, I like turtles. I wonder whatever happened to that kid. He's like, he's an adult now, that kid. He's got a job probably. Arabic Saunders says, were they reptiles or amphibians though? I think both. Gorilla says, bird were he snapping turtles on our roads all the time. You count the patterns on the shell. Snapping turtles on the road? Now that's true. But do they have feet or do they have fins? Are they walking on fins? The Random Menace says, I'm working with Middle Eastern countries, and Mohammed is such a common name. 50% men in Arabic countries are called it, that they literally ask you to call them by their surname to avoid confusion. Well, we had, obviously, it's New York City. There are tons and tons of Middle Eastern people. There are tons of people called Mohammed. But when I was growing up and Mamo Pray was active in the school system, one of the first people named Mohammed that I came to know about, hear about, was a local Mohammed who was also active in the school system. And his first name was Mohammed. And his second name, his last name, was Mohammed. So Mamo Pray would tell stories, and she would tell us about Mohammed. That was just his name. His name was Mohammed. Arabic Saunders with vertebrae. South Africa was a British colony. Yes, I'm aware. Arabic Saunders says, go to McDonald's. Do they still have hot fudge sundaes? They do indeed. They do indeed. At least ours does.
Carvel.
Mama praises, but Carvel is where she much prefers. She much prefers her hot fudge sundae from the local Carvel. Dan Ben says, I recently had a hot fudge brownie milkshake. The Random Menace says, today I installed CCTV cameras. It's creepy watching the street and the garden. No, it's not, Random Menace. It's quite enjoyable. It's also, you're doing a duty. You're doing a duty to your neighborhood. Last on the case says, the McDonald's hot fudge sundae isn't bad for a craving fix, even with peanuts if you're not allergic. But the McDonald's ice cream machine has to be, quote, working. Yeah. Orville Nation says, hey, birds and friends. Kapla, PJ. Hello, Orville Nation. Hope you're doing well. Resolute Germs says, the little African children aren't starving outright. They are owned by Chinese corporations now. Well, at least they're getting food. Escalium, Kapla Escalium says the Femles 4 ruin the show. They act like common street girls from downtown Chicago. They essentially cuck the captain, who has become a chef for these lot. Uhura is a bruiser. Yes. Strange New Worlds comment. Welcome to the channel. Arabic Sonder says, you're okay, Random Menace, as long as a fly doesn't land on the camera lens and then come through your monitor. Don't scare him. Escalum says, and all are disrespectful and rude for no reason. The Femles 4 are an embarrassment every time they open their mouth. And no, I don't want Femles messages. Sick of woke crap. You know, one of the next video I'm working on is, instead of doing 5 nitpicks on Strange New Worlds, I'm going to do how to fix this latest episode of Strange New Worlds. And I don't want to, how do I put this? The women. I want to say the women are the problem, but one of the problems with this particular episode was one particular scene that I mentioned, and the fact that there's a scene in there just for Uhura, who, mind you, is only an ensign. Okay, she was a cadet. She's barely an ensign. And she has this throwdown with a guy who's there to upgrade her system. And the only reason this scene exists is for girl power. Okay? He is there under orders to do work on her system. She knew he was coming. And instead of letting him do what he needs to do, which by all accounts, he was in the right to ask her to do, she pulls some power trip that I don't even think she has. But because there's nobody there to outrank her on, there's no captain or command officer, nobody seems to have command of the bridge. Nobody's there to stop this from happening. And the only apparent reason for her to do it is to get this approving look from Ortega's and the new Asian character, whose name is apparently Mitchell. And they give her this, yeah, you tell him, it's, we women got to stick together, wink, nod, bullshit that shouldn't exist. It shouldn't exist today, and it certainly shouldn't exist in 200 years. But they had to write it in, and they did, and it just blah. It makes it all fucking sick. Anyway, so in the video,
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
I'm going to say how you can fix Strange New Worlds, and that is definitely one of the scenes that needs to be fixed. And Joe Biden with a $1.49 donation. And Joe Biden says, yesterday I announced we had plans to build a railroad bridge across the Indian Ocean. Can you help? I've seen how well you build bridges. Hail God save the Queen. Number 22. You know what, President Biden, I most certainly can help build a bridge across the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. You know what? We can build a bridge across all the oceans. We'll build a bridge that connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean to the Australian Ocean.
All right.
Arabic Sonder with $1 super chat and the kissing Dax. Awesome. Thank you so much, Arabic Sonder. Random Menace's Arabic Sonder indeed is laughing about the fly on the camera. Last on the case is Sally Struthers. I thought it was salty. Sally Struthers can't get out of her house, let alone go to Africa to help kids. Escalium says, Femles, the final frontier, embarking on a mission sincere, the starship Femles sets sail for a voyage that will never fail. Its 5-year mission, bold and true, to explore quips, both old and new. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. Did you ever wear tortoise neck sweaters back in the day? Turtlenecks, tortoise necks. I did, Richie, I did. Rarely, but I have. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says feet. So the snapping turtles had feet. Then maybe I'm wrong. I just thought that was a wonderful way to tell the difference between turtles and tortoises. Arabic Sanders says, I like the name Motassium better. Motassium. Better than Mohammed? Stanley says Momo. Oh no! No, not Momo. Momo the Challenger. You think that's what Momo the Challenger's real name is? Mohammed. Do webbed feet count for a turtle? Asked Tiki. I didn't think they did, but I don't know now. Everything I thought I knew about turtles is I don't know. You could take that screen off for a minute. We'll be back to it in a second. Orville Nation says sup to Richie Poole. Says sup back. The Random Menace says greetings to PJ. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to Orville Nation. Last Son of K says, I had an actual Carvel store in my city when I was growing up. Now you can find their ice cream cakes in some supermarkets here. We still have Carvels, thankfully. Lots of Carvels and lots of Dunkin' Donuts. Some of them, no, Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts share the same stores sometimes. But Carvels, we still have a lot of Carvels. They're usually alone, independent. Last on the case is I had a Carvel and 2 ground rounds around me as a kid. Tiki of Doom says only fake lesbians are hot. It's science. Stanley says, yeah, just cut out all the silly crap. To make Strange New Worlds good. Last on the case is the only prawn lees are actually hot. Only, yes, I understand that. Well, I mean, there's also, kissing Dax. That's not porn. Tiki of Doom says, I totally agree, Bird. Women are the problem. I didn't say women are the problem. Although the amount of women, I mean, listen, they started off season 1 and it was fairly mixed, though clearly female heavy crew. Now in season 2, all the guys are gone except for Spock and M'Benga. Well, I guess also because Pike was gone for the first episode. Pike wasn't on the bridge at all. So it was virtually an all-female, it was Spock and an all-female bridge crew. And then you've got the transporter chief. And to this day, nobody seems to know whether that is a man or woman or purposely non-binary character. And I'll grant you, to their credit, they did not come out and say, hey, everybody, look, we've got a non-binary character here, non-binary actor or actress or whatever. They didn't say that, which is good. But I don't know what to do. Usually, they would at least say their name or their pronoun. They would work it into the story. I don't know. And because I'm not going to go rewatch the episode because it was so effing boring, I've tried to see if somebody who's watched it more times than me, but even people who've said they've watched it 4 or 5 times, they don't know if it's a man or a woman either. They don't know their pronouns. So I don't know what to say. They're incredibly young. They really look too young to be in whatever position they're in, but whatever. Also, they are terrible at their job. Okay, whether it's a man or a woman or something else, something where they prefer, select your gender, male, woman, man, woman, or prefer not to answer. Even if they prefer not to answer, they suck at their job because they were told to monitor the transporter signal for everybody. And then not until Spock calls them to get a status update do they say, oh, by the way, you wanted me to keep an eye on the transporter signal for the whole group? Yeah, well, I lost the signal for 2 people. How long ago? An hour ago. So they've been gone for an hour. They could be dead. Who knows? Maybe you should have told them the minute they disappeared. They are terrible at their job. And I don't know if they could just as well be a man. So if they're a man, it just goes ahead to show that men are terrible in this universe. Stanley says, if Uhura is so awesome, why wasn't she prepared for the upgrade? Yeah, exactly. Famous Bearer says, hello, bird people. Hello, Famous Bearer. Stanley says, but she effed up. She wasn't ready for the event. And Stanley says, just more ladies to give satisfied glances to each other. Exactly. That was the whole purpose of that scene. There's so much more that could be improved with the episode, but I don't want to get into it here. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hey to Arabic Sonder. Pop Culture Curious says they have a woman named Mitchell. They do. Mitchell might be her last name. I don't know. But it is. It's an Asian woman. Not that that matters. Richie Poole says eyebrow Dax. Who had eyebrow Dax? Oh, Joe Biden? Last Son of K says it's a slow destruction and rewrite of Star Trek, the original series, to modern message and agenda. They are also destroying Kirk because they hate Shatner not bending the knee to woke garbage. Yep, they do hate Shatner. Stanley says, and it was nothing like Geordi explaining why he made changes to the Enterprise's engines in situ. The Random Menace is Asian Kyle left the show for another one. Who was that teenager in the transporter room? I don't know. Was it even a teenager? Resolute Germs is a new Asian character, someone new for Cinnabon to hate. Richie Bull and Kissing Dax. Arabic Sander goes bam. Tiki of Doom is given okay. He's okay with Kissing Dax. Stanley says, Last Son of K, they can do a few seasons of this and then slide right into a reboot of the TOS 5-year mission and bring Kirk on as a full-time captain? Question mark. Stan Lee says, Last Son of K, just have this timeline smother TOS. Stanley says they can go back and, quote, fix all the sexism in TOS. Instead of Mudd's women, it'll be Mudd's men. And they're all going to go to be husbands to all the female dilithium miners. Last Son of K says to Stanley, James Kirk is already in a gender corrupt version. It's all set up for modern TOS. Star Trek Nitpicker says, why did the walrus call the turtle a tortoise? Because he taught us. Alice in Wonderland. Because he taught us. Stan Lee says, Last Son of K, worried that's the plan. They'll do a few seasons of Strange New Worlds, then a modern version of TOS with a new Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Tiki of Doom says, where is Alexander these days? He is still working. Tiki of Doom, he has been around on Deej's streams from time to time. He is still trying to get his wife. He finally got married. They officially got married in Cuba, but they're having a hard time getting her to be able to come into Canada. So they are still living apart. She is still living in Russia, last we heard. And obviously with the war going on, they're making it even harder to let Russians into Canada right now. So unfortunately for him and his wife, there was no time given yet as to when they might be together in Canada. He is still waiting, although they are technically married. They got married in Cuba, I believe it was last year. Arabic says he might show up on Salty Stream tonight. Yeah, he's also Salty Streams Friday nights. He sometimes goes there, and he also sometimes shows up on Deej's streams when Deej does a panel. Last Son of K says, I believe it's a plan in someone's mind, maybe Kurtzman. We'll see if Paramount lets him go that far. Richie Pools with a female heavy crew. Tilly? No, that's not what I meant. But I also want to point out, okay? I want to point this out. Now, I don't think I deserve a medal or anything, but I pointed out that that guy from the episode was too fat to be believable young person in Starfleet. And I did not bring up Tilly at all. Now I don't want an award for that, because it's not that I did it on purpose. I had forgotten about Tilly. It had nothing to do with Tilly. Okay? To be completely blunt, Tilly in season 1 of Discovery was okay. She didn't set off any alarm bells that it would be unbelievable for her to be part of Starfleet. Okay, Tilly in season 1 was fine. Actually, I thought she was a very attractive person, personally. By season 2, it was clear she was getting heavier. And honestly, we all thought she was pregnant. And it turns out now she was never pregnant. That was just a rumor. There was no pregnancy. And then season 3 and 4, she got more pregnant, apparently. No. So she got bigger. She got bigger and bigger. Now, and then she technically left the cast. She is no longer a regular on Discovery. She left the cast. She comes back on occasion, but she'll probably be in the Starfleet Academy because she left to work at Starfleet Academy in the future. But the point is, A, I didn't bring up Tilly, and B, now I don't ever want anybody to say that, oh my God, these toxic men attack Tilly for being overweight, but they don't attack men for being overweight. No, I absolutely attacked that man for being overweight. And I didn't even think of Tilly because he made Tilly look thin. And to be honest, he is still bigger than Tilly. So it's not a sex problem. I will call out whether they are male or female if they're two. It's because it's a military organization, and it's just not believable that somebody that's clearly that heavy would be in it. Now, again, it's the future. So I think, and understand, this is a future where they showed us they have a medicine that you can take and you become stronger than a Klingon. A 105-pound woman takes this serum and she is able to kick the ass of 3 Klingons at the same time. So they have these powerful medications, and yet they can't do anything about being morbidly obese. That's a shitty, shitty future. Okay, I am 100% certain they have cured obesity. Humans, maybe not everybody wants to be in shape, but you don't have to be in Starfleet. If you are in Starfleet, you should have to be in shape. They don't need to force people to be in shape, but they don't force people to be in Starfleet. So you can have a heavy human in the future as long as they're not a member of Starfleet. Professor Brainy Speck says Kapla. Kapla, Professor. Last on the case says, I believe Paramount has canceled Strange New Worlds after season 2, but that doesn't mean at some point down the road they won't greenlight a TOS reboot. I do not know of that, last son of K. I did not hear that it was canceled. Vertebrae, it's just Callie from Battlestar Galactica. Who? The Asian woman? The Asian woman is Callie from Battlestar Galactica, Mitchell? She has certainly changed, if that's her. Dan Ben, do you think it tells you if you put captions on? I always have captions on. Professor Brainy Specs says Strange New Worlds is not canceled. Aravic says, hail to Professor. Tiki says, Aravic Sonder, did he successfully import his Muslim wife from USSR? No, not yet. Professor hails to Aravic. Aravic says, still some more paperwork to do. Absolutely. Resolute Germ says, nothing at Paramount is canceled or greenlit. Paramount doesn't know what it's doing month to month with anything at this point. Tiki is laughing with Aravic. Antiderivative Jill is here. Hello, Antiderivative Jill. Antiderivative Jill just had a stream today. Wonderful stream. Guys, make sure you are subscribed. Professor Brainy Specs says Strange New World is greenlit for season 3. Tiki says, hey there to Jill. Guys, nobody tell Antiderivative Jill how happy I was earlier at the beginning of the stream with the with what I paid Gorilla, or what I paid to the fundraiser for Pop Culture Curator for those timestamps that Gorilla's Random Thoughts sent me. Antiderivative Jill is listening and driving. Live long and prosper. Absolutely. Hello again, Antiderivative Jill says Aravic Sonder. Antiderivative Jill says hi to Tiki and hey to Aravic. Professor Brainy Speck says production was supposed to start in early May, but it was delayed. I don't know if it has started again. Well, I would guess with the writer's strike, probably not. Although, wait, it's filmed in Canada, so maybe it has nothing to do with the writer's strike in the USA. Last on the case is it would be called Muds Trans instead of Muds Men or Muds Women. Professors, the last on the K, I haven't seen anything like that. Tigi's A Strange New World Kirks looks so much like Jim Carrey. Last on the case is Professor Brainy Specs. You'd probably be better than I would, but there's nothing about New Trek I care about watching anyway. And Tiki of Doom, no, Tilly is not a pig. Tilly is not a pig. Tilly is pleasantly plump, okay? Tilly is, she's plump, but she's pretty. You know what? I would not kick Tilly or Mary Wiseman out of bed. Dan Ben says maybe they will do modern TOS and say bringing it full circle. Tiki says Captain Foley's favorite character, by the way. You know what? Yeah, listen. Tilly will have a little space in my heart. I mean, not like, let's just say Tilly would be the last character of the Discovery universe that I would throw into a volcano. All the others would go first with hopes that she might survive on the corpses of her dead castmates. But she's still going to have to go. Professor Brainy Speck says Kyle just transitioned. Arabic Sana says, can't they at least give us a current day academy? You know, it would be so much better. The Traveler says, hey, welcome, Traveler. Says, greetings, birds, salty turds, and nerds. Greetings, Traveler, formerly known as Wesley. Last Son of K says, they attack men for being men, especially white and straight. Okay. Okay. So I was debating whether to show this. Uh-oh. I think they took it down. I think they took it down. Wow. Okay. Let me see what happens. Okay. Nope, they got it. They got it. Okay. This well, shit. Okay. Technically, this you know, this is a little risque, but everything that needs to be covered is covered. Okay, this was going around Twitter the last couple days. I found the original source on TikTok. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I've really been on TikTok. I don't have an account, but apparently TikTok lets you browse without an account. And it's a user called It's Me Court. Her name is Courtney. And she's talking about how to get the girl of your dreams. Now, apparently, there's audio to this. Now, many guys, when watching this, they don't hear anything. They just zone out. So I don't know how much of it I can play, but I read the text of what they claim she says, and I'll explain it, but I'll put it up for just a little bit. I mean, so this is Courtney, and she wants to tell us how to get the girl of our dreams. Okay. And I'm guessing you didn't hear it because I had it muted. So let's try that again.
Hi, it's Court, and I'm here in my bedroom, and I want to talk to you guys about how to get a girl.
She wants to tell us how to get a girl. She's in her bedroom.
And I know a lot of people are going to be like, what does she know? Like, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to tell you the one thing that is going to be the detriment of why you're not getting girls is confidence.
The one thing That's a detriment to why we're not getting girls.
Confidence. You need to go up and kiss a girl.
You need to go up and kiss a girl. Now, I'm not saying this, okay? She is saying this. I'm only reporting this.
Ask permission. Don't say, "Can I kiss you?"
Don't
Is it
ask
okay if I kiss
permission.
you? Just go do
Now,
it. It's a
she's,
girl. Don't ask permission. Don't say, "Can I kiss you?" Is it okay if I kiss you? Just go do it.
I think that this is a bit dangerous, but she is saying, don't ask permission. Now grant you, says if you're on a date, with a girl, she's not just saying go up to a girl that you don't know, and just kiss her. No, that's not what she's saying. If you're on a date already with a girl, so you've met online, whatever, Tinder, whatever, online dating, or you met at a bar and you guys set a date and you guys are on the date already. Don't ask permission, she says. Just kiss her.
Like, there's so many guys in this day and age that it's like they're scared of women.
There's so many guys scared of women.
And I think it's sad because every girl wants that prince that they see in Cinderella. And
every girl wants the prince they see in Cinderella. The Bob O'Fray say, not today, they don't.
And the prince in Cinderella didn't ask Cinderella if she could have a kiss. He went and kissed her.
The prince in Cinderella didn't ask if he could have a kiss. He just kissed her. And that's what she wants. So I don't know. Now, like I said, the first few times I watched this, I didn't hear anything for whatever reason. Like it was just like, what? She was talking.
I just hope that this reaches guys and helps them.
She hopes it reaches guys and helps them. So I'm helping Courtney get her message out. Don't thank me too much, I guess. But if it works for you, then I guess thank me. I don't know. I kind of worried a little, though, handing out advice like that maybe not all women are going to be like Courtney here and be happy with guys. Anyway, if you want to see more of Courtney's wisdom, she's quite talented. I'm not a big fan of the TikTok, but there is a link for anybody interested in getting more up close and personal with Courtney's many talents. I will tell you, she actually has a YouTube channel too. Unfortunately, I don't think. I do have it. I do have it. Listen, her YouTube channel doesn't really have anything much on it except her very first video, which was posted 6 months ago. She asks, what is her ideal dating age? What is her ideal dating age of men? And she's 26, but says she wants to date men 36 to 45. 36 to 45, and she's single. So I was like, cha-ching, I'm in. Just made it. Just made it. Of course, then she went into her likes and her dislikes, and of course, not the least bit compatible, unfortunately. She doesn't give a shit about sci-fi. She doesn't give a shit about gaming. She doesn't know, all she likes to do is watch reality shows like fucking kryptonite to me. She's like, Real Housewives is her favorite thing in the world. Yeah, I.
What did you say? She's 16?
No, she's not 16. God, she's 26. Bob O'Prey was joking with me. Yeah, no, not 16, 26. But yeah. Oh well. Why would I bring that up? I forget. How did we get on that topic? Who told me? Oh, they attack men for being men. That was why. Last Son of K says they attack men for being men. Well, Courtney agrees with you, and she doesn't like it. And I agree with Courtney. Men need to take back being men. Well, if we're arrested, so be it. If you be arrested, say, I'm a man, damn it, but I'm identifying as a woman. And send me to the women's prison. Hakeem says, I agree. Actually, I liked Tilly in the first season. She was attractive, but as her role got bigger, so did she. The Traveler says, how is everyone? And Richie Poole says, shut up, Wesley. No, the Traveler, welcome, Traveler. I hope you're doing well, Traveler. Oh wow, I'm a bit behind in the chat. Gorilla says, Bird, when are you going to release the Turtistani tapes like Salty is doing with the Kurogan tapes? We are not going to lower ourselves to fake news and heavily doctored AI bullshit like Turtistan. Okay, maybe Salty Tracker has time to make fake news, but I don't. Okay, anytime I'm putting out there is going to be quality videos for the channel and not 2-bit clips about how Turtistan has surrendered, because they already have. I mean, the truth is Turtistan could surrender, but who the hell wants it? Nobody wants to occupy Turtistan. Everybody's leaving Turtistan. There's not really when Turtistan falls, it's just going to be everybody's gone. All the orphans are already going to be in Kuroga. Pop Culture Curator says cured obesity or cured gluttony. They would probably cure obesity before gluttony. Although, maybe both. Maybe both. Apparently there are medications today that are showing promise to stop addictions, which the side effect of losing weight. If you can stop somebody's addiction to food, they will naturally lose weight. That's the Tilly I was talking about, Traveler. Arabic Sanders says, not Chief. Tiki of Doom says, Tilly was great. No, God damn it, guys. Tilly was not in Star Trek 6, and you know it. Captain Phantom Nerd says these streams are more funny with closed captioning. I don't know what what words YouTuber is assigning to me, but I'm sure they're 80% correct. Antiderivative Jill says, I don't know Alexander, so I keep seeing Worf's son getting married in Cuba to a Russian, and this works for me. You know what, Antiderivative Jill, that's fair. It's probably better.
Yeah.
It's probably better if that's what you think. Richie Poole says Jill Bird was really damn it, I said not to tell her. Arabic Saunders says, I have also noticed that phenomenon, Captain Phantom Nerd, thanks to the Random Menace. Arabic is lolling at Jill. Tiki of Doom says he's a funny guy. Alexander is hilarious. Alexander is a funny guy. He's a good guy. He's a really hardworking guy, too. I really feel bad that his wife can't get into Canada yet. Arabic Saunders says Kirk is a sparkly vampire. Not kidding. Paul Wesley, star of the Vampire Diaries. Resolute Germs says at this point, Bird would need a crane to kick Tilly out. No! I wouldn't need a crane to kick Tilly out of bed.
Not
Ye-
interrupt.
Yes, Mama Pray.
This meaningful conversation you're having.
Yes, Mama Pray.
Is Joseph here?
Yeah, I think so. He
Okay.
was here 10 minutes ago.
If he's still here, A, I'd like to know how Erica is doing. And B, are they ever going to put up a registry on Amazon?
Through the Random Menace, if you're still here, although I'm pretty sure you heard that. Mama Pray wants to know how Erica is doing. And B, are you ever going to put up an Amazon baby registry?
If not, I'll have to use my own judgment, and that's not that good.
And if not, she'll have to use her own judgment. And yeah. So.
Okay.
I'll let you know if
Let me know if he answers.
he answers.
I'm
Mama Frey's taking Sassy out. Resolute Germs at this point, Bird need a crane. No. The Random Menace says, Tilly, really? You have really low standards. I think Tilly is pretty cute. Tiki of Doom says, Bird of Prey. Okay, maybe I was a little harsh about Tilly. The last on the case is I think it's because she's just so freaking optimistic. I think it's her attitude. She has a positive attitude, Tilly, compared to most of the rest of the people. The last on the case is the unions at the moment are standing with the Writers Guild. So even Canadian productions are halted. Only thing we see right now are things that are done. Anything that still requires a writer is halted. Pop Culture Curious says Tilly would be the first landing party member that would get picked off by the enemy. Resolute Germ says the Random Menace, while he does love AOC after all, Tilly isn't that bad by comparison. I don't love AOC. She's just easy to look at. The Traveler says, Bird, I started a new job this week. Different schedule now. Awesome, I assume. I assume it's a better job, Traveler. I hope it's a better job. Hope you enjoy it. Captain Phantom Nerd says, Bird of Prey, always save an image in case it is removed. It wasn't an image, it was a video. Resolution says it's probably going to be really bad. Low specs Linux laptops. Yes. Yes, parentheses dot y dot close parentheses. Tiki of Doom says, okay, I'm listening. Tiki says, I'm looking her in the eyes, promise. Resolute says, all I hear is bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Tiki says, base, just grab him by the ... Resolute Germ says, not scared of women, but the lawsuit they file. Richie Pool says, for whatever reason. Lol. Tiki of Doom says, sound advice. Yeah, I dated a woman briefly. I liked her, and I got scared. I got scared because I liked her a lot, and I missed my chance. I know I missed my chance. We went to the movies. Now, I had been dating women for a while at this point. Like, I thought I was out. I thought I was out of my scared zone. I frankly, had done many things with women. I thought it's like, okay, the old scared, shy bird is done with. But she was a different one. I got scared, and I couldn't find a non-awkward way to put my arm around her. So we went to the movies, and my arm never went around her once. And I was so close. I was going to do the yawn. I was going to just I was like, it's just man up. Man up and put your fucking arm around her. You're on the fucking date. She wouldn't be with you in a movie theater if she didn't want you to put your arm around her. And I didn't do it. And it didn't go well after that. She didn't, I think she wanted a guy who was going to not be afraid, to be a little more intimate. And I was clearly not ready to do so. And, that's one I really kind of regret. I kind of regret things never worked out well with her, because she was a nice Italian girl. And I really didn't date too many Italian girls. She had a family similar to my own, and lots of holidays with lots of people, and she used to play cards with her family and knew all types of card games and whatnot. But the other thing, and the thing I was a little concerned about, was that she was really into another dude, and that other dude was very much not anything like me. He was a nice guy. He was married to her best friend, and I could see in her eyes she wanted what her best friend had. And this other guy happened to also have my first name. So, also named Joe. And I realized she wanted, we'll call him Smith, that she really wanted Joe Smith, not Joe O'Prey. And I was worried that if we did get together, and when she would say Joe, I would never know if she was really talking about me or this other Joe. So I do get a kind of what might have been, but on the other hand, I also say maybe I dodged a bullet. I don't know. But that one will always be a what if. A what if in my mind. And let me tell you, for Courtney there, that whatever she was wearing, that is fucking amazing. Okay, any woman that can come close to wearing that, oh my God. If you want to turn on your boyfriend or your husband or some guy you're trying to get to look at you, that works. That will bring, if you're like, my husband is spending too much time on what is it guys do these days? What's that? Fantasy draft, the fantasy sports, and you want to try and woo him back. Not that you should have to, but if you were trying, that's the outfit to do it. Last under K says the effing feminazis have made us afraid of women. Crazy broads will me too you in a heartbeat for being a toxic male. 3-wave Karens. Richie Bull says I can think of 2 good reasons. 3rd wave Karens. That's last under K. Jedi Bill says thanks for the boobies. Kapla. Fodder Stomp says, hey, Bird. Yes, Courtney is very talented indeed. Resolute says, yeah, 34C sized wisdom. I would have thought bigger. Captain Phantom Nerd says, no, thank you. I do not like TikTok. Hey, I don't like TikTok either, Captain. But, you know, I don't like TikTok either, but once in a while, there's reason to go exploring. You know, it's like a dark cave at night that they say a dragon lives in. You know, I don't want to go walking around there, but you see a pair of, you know, footprints in the sand and a bikini bottom and bikini top laying at the edge of the cave, and you think maybe somebody in there needs my help. Leaky of Doom says, I watched Courtney for her brains. Last on the cases, I believe blessed is more apt than talented. Dan Ben says, is she not safe for work? Technically, she's safe for work. Like I said, all the parts are covered. It's just a very blessed woman. Tiki of Doom says, that's us, guys. Mark Krause says, damn, that's why I always having troubles with girls. I usually kiss the guy next to her and get the beating of my life. Stanley says, dislikes equal bird of prey. Thinks Klingons are silly, or says, what's a Klingon? Yes. She's like, what's a Klingon? Can she at least cook? I don't know, Resolute. She says she's on the keto diet at the moment. Dan Van says, meet the Kardashian. Oh, no. She is much more attractive than any Kardashian. Last on a case says she's old enough to be my daughter, and I'm older than her upper end target. Good luck, guys. Tiki of Doom says, so true, Bird. Courtney watching reality shows would be a deal breaker. Richie Poole says, for her dislikes, Courtney listed Birdo Prey 5 by name. Dan Van says, take back the night. Tiki of Doom says, Mark Crowell, that explains everything. Tiki says, Turkestan is a third world shithole. Last on the cases, I know Kurdistan is east of the Mississippi, but it definitely describes California. Oh, California is much nicer. It has much more physical beauty than Kurdistan. Stanley says, but if you cure obesity, then why stop eating? Well, because you want to do things other than eat. And, you know, what goes in must come out. So the more time you spend putting things in, the more time you spend wasting taking things out. Arabic sound is Bar Krell. Next time, tell them you identify as an attack helicopter. That'll take care of them. Mars is exactly, Tiki. I just still haven't figured out why the women beat me then. Sean PRK, aka Moxley, says, Kapla Bird, I made it. I hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Sean. I hope you're doing well. And last son of K says, why insult Gracie like that? Going back to the joke of Tilly being in Star Trek 6. Okay, guys, I need a quick minute. Here's an old time commercial. We'll be back.
Your cat is your friend and he depends on you to take good care of him. Purina Cat Chow. Purina Cat Chow. You can depend on Purina Cat Chow. Purina Cat Chow. Chow chow chow.
He depends on me for loving care, and I depend on Purina Cat Chow to give him great taste and nutrition.
Purina Cat Chow. You can depend on Purina Cat Chow. Purina Cat Chow. Chow chow chow.
What's in this little blue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Ooh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose. See, Legs slims and trims but doesn't bind, so you get comfort and control.
Stretching, bending, standing, sitting. There's one pantyhose that's always spinning. Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
Sears gives your casual wardrobe a fresh spring look with this week's Wardrobe Essentials sale. First denim jeans, now just $9.99. So comfortable they feel as good as they fit. And you save $4. Add a lively spring shirt for just $5.99. Easy care, and you save $3. Shirts in assorted solids and prints. These Wardrobe Essentials are on sale through Saturday. For super savings like these, you can count on Sears.
37 years ago, Club Med made a special arrangement with civilization. Send us your frazzled, you're crazed, you're beleaguered, you're burnt out, you're overburdened, you're tension-riddled, and we'll send you back a human being.
If we lived in a world where all women were the same, they'd need only one shampoo. Clairol introduces 7 shampoos for the real world, where all women are different. Clairol Essence shampoos, each with its own natural botanical. Aloe Essence for extra body. Chamomile Essence for beautiful highlights. Ginseng Essence for conditioning. 7 Clairol Essence shampoos that make your difference beautiful. Clairol Essence shampoos.
Hey, right now, Loblaws is having a huge frozen food sale. You can get tremendous value on over 50 frozen food items, frozen vegetables, frozen meat entrees, frozen concentrated juices, ice cream. If it's frozen, you can save plenty. Don't get left out on the cold. Come on in and stock up that freezer. Loblaws frozen food sale. Another reason why more than the price is right. Does he work here?
You're cool. You're crisp. You're hard to resist. You're right. Ooh, refreshing delight. Ooh, you're Canada dry. You're a singular style. You're a reason to smile. You're clever. You're neat. You're never too sweet. Ooh, you're Canada dry. You tickle, you tinkle, you make me laugh. Oh, ooh, you're Canada dry. Ooh, you're Canada
Sorry about that. We cut the commercial a little short. Okay. Wow. It is 6:04. Let's get through the chat and then we'll get to the promised Dear Bops. Dan Ben says, I remember. Let me make sure the desktop audio is off because I put that on before. There we go. Okay. I remember after Discovery Season 1, there was a Q&A release. People asked the Tilly actress if the character was autistic. She was honored. People thought she could play that kind of person, but said no. Stan Lee says, the last son of Kay. Good night, Gracie. Arabic Sander says, Killy is hotter than Tilly anyway. That is true. Captain Killy was hotter. Which is rare for the blonde to be hotter than the brunette. Than the redhead. Although for me, I do prefer brunettes. So. Gorilla says, better to be claimed she was in 6 than, better to claim she was in 4 than 6. I misread it. And I'm sure they mistyped it. Okay. Yeah, I think she wasn't. Yeah. They meant 4. I know what they meant. You know what they meant. We all know that they meant that she was in the whales, that she was the whale. Gorilla says, Tilly's not that bad. It's not like she is Lizzo. I don't know what that means. Richie Poole says, you typed 4. Bird saw it as 6. Yeah, okay. Richie Poole says, I love AOC. I heart AOC. Tiki says, yeah, AOC is okay looking. Last on the case says, that's all AOC has. The ability to be easy on the eyes. Where did it go? Where did it go? The ability to be easy on the eyes, but eventually those looks will hit the wall. Look at Nancy Pelosi. No, I don't want to. Stanley's is the one that got away. You've been dating guys. No, I don't date guys. Tiki of Doom says Nancy Pelosi is probably fun to drink with. You just have to make sure her husband doesn't sneak up behind you. Stanley says going to the movies is a terrible first date anyway. Yeah, I think it was second. Now that I think about it. Sit in the dark with a stranger for 2 hours. Well, we weren't total strangers. Stanley says have a Joyzy accent. A Doisy accent? Not me. Last in the case is someone told me once, if you want to know what an Italian girl will look like in 20 years, look at her mom. I think that's a fair assessment for most women, not just Italian. Gorilla says putting your arm around it isn't weird. It's only weird when you put your arm back on the seat and it touches the arm of the guy 2 chairs down. Tiki of Dooms was last on the case, says I've heard that too. Arabic Sando says, so Joe is the Mohammed of the Italians. See, the funny thing is, the Joe that she liked wasn't Italian. She's Italian. I'm Italian mostly. But this other Joe, he was most certainly not Italian. And it jumped to the end. Where were we? Resolute Bird dodged a bullet with that one. Stanley says, not exactly a rare name. Hakeem says, so she was just using you like a substitute Joe. Yeah, I think she might have been. At the time, I probably would have been okay with it because, like, still, something is better than nothing. Like, I'd be rather be getting some use, than no use, even if it was like she knew she didn't want me. It wasn't like I was marrying her, but Arabic says, I wonder if anyone else is named Spock. Tiki of Doom says, Italian, I thought you were Irish of the Opre 5 clan. It's funny. The Opres are actually, it sounds Irish, but it's actually of Italian descent. The O's were like SpaghettiOs, I guess.
Excuse me, Italian and what?
I said the Italian. I didn't say and what.
I did.
I know you did. Okay, so technically, I'm also German. German, Italian, and some other. Yeah, I think you did. I'm pretty sure you did. But for simplicity's sake, I was saying I was Italian. I wasn't going into all the others. Exactly. I'm mostly Italian. Resolute says the only thing that the relationship could have been was a mess. Italian divorce, whether an assault or attempted murder charge. I didn't say we're getting married. I just, Tiki of Doom says, I don't like TikTok, but I do like boobies. Last on the case says, damn, I hate typing on my phone. Keto, says Stanley. Stanley says, nice. I think that means she only likes meat. Arabic Sandra says, bird of prey. Courtney would probably call it a Klingon distributor. Last on the case says, if she's willing to make you a sandwich, it's a start. Richie Pool says, at this rate, you probably won't get to the Dear Bop again today. Dear Bop. No, let's get to them. Let's get to them. Why all the subterfuge? Cats are evil overlords, says Last Son. Okay. Stanley says, why doesn't he just say he's going to take a dump? I didn't go take a dump. I had to take a Jaloja, then I had to take a pill, then I had to eat a cookie, and now I'm back. Barbara Eden gives an okay sign. Tiki of Doom. Oh, yes, the commercial. Okay. Low specs Linux laptop, welcome. Dan Ben says William Shatner in the commercial. Totally his real hair, says Tiki of Doom. Low spec says, don't look up Lizzo Bird. Save your eyes. I'm not going to. Anyway. Okay, guys, we're headed over. We're wearing him down. You are, Tiki. You are. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. We got at least 20. Uh-oh. Reconnection successful. Okay. OBS said we disconnected for a second, but now we've reconnected. Dear Pop, FGGH. No idea. The fat guy glory hole. I see what it is. Okay, it's funny. Dear Bob, have you and Deej compared your chest hair? I think Deej has you beat. Both of you look delightful. Dylan Mulvaney. God damn it. No, I have not compared my chest hair with Deej. Dear Bob, I have doggy poop bags printed with Sassy's name for you. Sissofray said that you would be interested. Please send $150 for 100 bags to me, and I'll send these cute little bags to your mailbox. Thank you, and thanks, Sissofray. Love you, my Democrat sister, Kathy Hochul, Governor of New York. You know, it's getting to that point. They're going to start charging to for Sassy's poop. New York is really trying to find ways to make money, and charging us for our own garbage is one of them. Dear Bob, I'm thinking of starting a new YouTube channel, and I will focus on vintage video game gear. I hear this niche pays very well, and there are many viewers who are interested in that type of content. Would you please be my first subscriber to Salty Solid? I would be very honored. Thank you, Salty. That's clearly fake. Dear Bop, I'm experiencing a green goo dripping out of the end of my schmeckle. I have never seen anything like this, and my boyfriend also has no idea what could be happening. Should I see my doctor or just tough it out? Cal Fornicate. Yeah, you should probably see a doctor, but in the meantime, yeah, there is no in the meantime. In fact, just go to the doctor. In fact, maybe go to the hospital. Dear Bob, would you switch from doing sci-fi and Star Trek content to doing recaps of a NASCAR race? I think that would make as much sense as a video game channel broadcasting a remote control race live. No, I don't see the problem with that. Dear Bob, gift memberships are only valid during the stream. If a gift membership pack is purchased and no one redeems a single one, the gifter is refunded. If one or more is redeemed, then the charge is valid. If not, all of the memberships are accepted in the stream. They are not gifted later if someone watches the recorded stream. I don't know if that's true, because I can see that somebody was gifted a membership in the middle of the night when I wasn't streaming. So I don't know where they got the membership from. I guess it's possible they purchased the membership, but I really don't think they did. But maybe they did. Maybe they did. So if somebody got a refund, so be it. I mean, either way, I thank everybody. I thank everybody for purchasing or attempting to purchase the membership stream, the memberships. I would say for the moment, then, if you want to purchase a membership, gift membership, hold off for a bit, because we might be at capacity. Dear Bob, so instead of getting to a single Dear Bob, we get 45 minutes of bird drawing states badly. Yes, that's exactly what you got. You're welcome. Dear Bob, The Simpsons eyeball whitener. I believe it. Yeah. Yeah, that's Troy McClure. I'm not going to play it, but I believe it. That's what I remember. Dear Bop, beef. It's what's for dinner. Beef. Teeth. Dear Bop. Instagram link. Babylon 5, The Road Home. The original movie. 4K Ultra HD. Thrilled to finally say Babylon 5, The Road Home will be available on August 15th on digital 4K and Blu-ray. Babylon 5, hashtag B5 animated movie. Congratulations to all those Babylon 5 fans. Hope you guys enjoy it. Take your win. They don't come along. They don't come along all that often anymore. I did enjoy drawing the states, Dan Ben. Thank you. Dear Bop, why is it when I start to hit it off with a person, they block me out of nowhere? Be hard to say. I really don't know the, what's going on. My guess is the question is, are you really hitting it off? Like, why, what makes you think that you're hitting it off? Sometimes people are being nice and don't necessarily mean that they have a deep emotional connection with you. Usually people block people if they start to feel that somebody is more into it than they are, and they don't want to deal with it, so they might block somebody for that. If you were really, quote unquote, hitting it off, then that person wouldn't be blocking you. I don't know the full details, but that would be my guess. Executive producer Sal Leibowitz says, I am a member of the Caroga Country Club. Thank you, executive producer Sal Leibowitz. Richie Poole says, Bird's Hawaiian F was worth a delayed Dear Bob. And Aravic Saunders says, I enjoyed when he butchered my home state. Dan Ben says, Babylon 5, the new animated film they made with little blood and swearing in the trailer. Richie Poole says, The Road Home, I wonder if there are any time traveling whales in the B5 movie. Last on the case is I've seen a couple of people in chat today who aren't members or mods, so it's still possible some people could be members. Everything just needs to line up. Dear Bop, I'm thinking of starting a fudge company. Is the name Fudge Packers a good company name? No, taken, I'm sure. Dear Bop, that's not Tilly, goddammit. Oh, poor Tilly. Star Trek Discovery haters, stop fat shaming Tilly. You're just hurting the cause and validating Dreckies. That's not Tilly. That's fake. This is fake news. You're like a Turtistani if you think that's Tilly. Dear Bop, is this you? I'm gonna bet not. No, that's not me. You choose the winner of the XXL Kirk Photoshop contest. Dear Bob, I had to change my pair of socks 3 times today. Is that normal? No, unless you're not wearing shoes, in which case, maybe. I would suggest maybe put on a pair of shoes, but it's certainly not normal. Dear Bob, Megan Trainor or Lizzo gave opinions on these fat people. That's fine. I have no idea who they are, nor do I care to know who they are. Dear Bob, what should I do if I get nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea? Thanks. Anonymous. Mama Pray says Pepto-Bismol. It sounded like what? An old Pepto-Bismol commercial. And yeah, those are all that pink stuff. Drink the pink stuff. I'm pretty sure they make it. Dear Bob, what do you think is more important to a house? A garage or a garden? I think the garage is more important, but I would love to have both. You can't sleep in your garden. You could sleep in your garage if you had to. Dear Bob, are you going to do a review of the Barbie movie once you have seen it in the future? I don't intend to see the Barbie movie, and I don't intend to do a review of the Barbie movie. Dear Bob, BirdoPray5.com is home of all things BirdoPray5. BirdoPray5 for short, BOP5 for short on the internet. Copyright 2023 BirdoPray5 / Joe's Ultimate LLC. Joe's Ultimate Off Topic LLC. So if that's what it says, that's what it says. And those are our Dear Bops for today. Let's go back to the chat where we call it a day. Last son of BK says, Bird brought up glory holes in the Karogan mines. I still don't know why. On Monday. That's true. I remember. Hakeem says, Stanley Lowe, I agree. As long as you both know there are others, but everything has a limit. Dan Ben says, I enjoyed you drawing the states. Thank you, Dan Ben. I appreciate that. Arabic Saunders says, well, B5 is inferior, clearly because they don't have cetacean ops. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, well, looks like LDG found the Dear Bops. Tiki of Doom is laughing. Hakeem says he's not fat, he's just big bones. Last Son of K says, I prefer Chiopectate myself. Chiopectate. Richie Pool says, I would rather sleep in my garden than in my garage. Really? With scorpions and snakes and who knows what else? Captain Fandom Nerd says, thank you. You're welcome, Captain. Hakeem says, I used to have a taste for Chiopectate. Anyway, guys, it is Friday. It is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be on the lookout for other people doing streams this evening. Sometimes Cinnabon streams. Salty will probably be streaming. in a bit. Come to the underground. I'm assuming LDG still is there today. I haven't been there yet today, but I do plan on going and making a visit at freethenet.org/underground. And I will see you guys around tomorrow, Saturday, John DeMarco channel, Jep Nerdy at 9 p.m. Eastern, usually. Yeah, I hope all's well. Hope all is well. Pop Culture Curator there says, good night, guys. Thank you, Bird. Absolutely, Pop Culture Curator. A big thanks to the doctors who worked on Pop Culture Curator, that he is still here. And Random Menace says, Kapla from the future. Random Menace, I don't know if you heard, Mama Pray had a question for you. How is Erica doing? And are you registered anywhere? Do you have an Amazon registry? So please let me know, Random Menace, if you do. And I'll let Mama Pray know. And guys, again, we're trying to get Pop Culture Curator a little bit more money to try to get him to Arizona. So another time there, and one more time for today, a link to his Give, Send, Go. If you can help out, it would be appreciated. Last on the case is thanks, Bird. Have a great night. Maybe I'll run into some of you through the evening. Take care, all. Absolutely. Kapla, all. And as much as we love Courtney, our new friend Courtney, we will take care. We will go out with our old friend, Kissing Dax. And Random Menace says, we'll send a messenger to Mom. Thank you, Random Menace.